Welcome to Martial Arts Explorer. In this series, we explore functional self-defense techniques as revealed in classical forms of all styles. I'm Scott Combs. Thanks for joining us. We're exploring a form called Rohai this time. The interpretation uses the Oyo concept, where the technique generally follows the moves of the form. Moves can be modified, transposed, or left out entirely. Let's see what Michael's thinking.
Thanks, Scott. Hello, everyone. We're going to take a look at one of our forms called Rohai today. Rohai is a section where after finishing the end of a line, you touch your chest, you're going to step through, come across, turn, and down strike. As we go ahead and make these motions, all I want you to be aware of is you're looking for something as a step turn, all right? Possibly anything that brings up a hand to touch the chest and a punch. Those are different combinations you want to look at. So as we start off, hand coming up, I would be grabbing onto something possibly. I'm going to step through, and in our forms, it moves all the way around and turns. Now, you got to remember the length of the turn is not so much important as the fact that you are moving and you are turning. Sometimes it's only a cross step. Sometimes it is a full turn to bring someone all the way around. You have to look at what you're going to use it for that. Tom's going to join me. And we're going to see how we put this together here. This time we're going to assume he gets a hand on me. He started the push, or maybe he's got a little bit of a grab going, something like that. He's in and he's moving me a little bit. I'm going to reach across my opposite hand. I'm just going to go ahead and trap it. Now if I trap it and I can keep his palm down against my chest, I can create a base. When I create a base and I move in, I can create what we call a palm turn, which is a type of wrist flex that's going to hurt up and across his forearm here. You watch his shoulder start to dip and his knees will start to move. I bring him across. So I know I'm doing it right. I can use my other hand for extra strength. I can apply it to the hand, helping to hold it down and twist. I can also take this hand farther up the arm and bring it across. Both ways work. They both apply extra force. Use them as you need to. The most important thing is this palm has to be down. If I do this, and all I do is grab his fingers and his palm stays up, I lose all that reaction. So make sure you trap tight. All right, I don't even need to grab if I can trap tight and pull across the body. Our next motion, as we step around, our leg sort of lifts up and we form this down punch. So as I start this motion, it opens up the back of his leg. I'm working with a T-band strike. Instead of bringing my leg higher for no reason, just as a step, I'm going to go ahead and use this as a strike. So we're going to off balance him is what we're going to try for first. Turn in. Off balance here. We're going to go ahead and grab. I'm going to reset and pull through and take him backwards with a light sweep. So just remember, palm turn in, trap, twist, off balance. If I hit him hard enough here, he's probably going to go down. All right. But all I'm looking for is I'm just going to shift his weight out because I want an extra second to line myself up, grab the shoulder, across the neck, hair, ears, back the collar works great if you can get a collar. Line myself up, and when you take this sweep, try and go with the direction the feet are pointing. It's going to make it much easier than kicking across the foot. Come pull backwards on the top. All right, thanks, Tom. We're going to grab our partners, and let's give it a try. All right, we're going to look at another section from Rohai today, looking at how we interpret a part of the form. We're going to bring your hand across, grab, step, turn, and down punch at the end. Caitlin's joining me. We're assuming the grabs have been made. So instead of intercepting the hand on the way in, it went ahead and she pushed, she's grabbing, she's moving me around a little bit. Remember, you might have to balance, might have to stabilize. We can still start to move off of that 45. As I do so, I start to lock the hand down. I really want to get that palm tight and start my turn. Start this and move her about. I can see instant nice reaction here. I pull in, here's my knee strike. If I hit this, her body starts to move over. It gives me a second, because she's going to stand back up. When she stands back up, I set, grab, and start my sweep. All I do is pull and drag through, bringing me around. All right, the form ends, or this section of the form ends with a down punch. It doesn't matter where I am. If I'm here and I want to follow the down punch, I can turn and call that my down punch easily enough. All right, you guys give it a try. One thing everybody can keep an eye on is when you're working in that knee strike, go ahead and take the advantage of the spot that gallbladder 31 is right in here. We often call it T-band. On most people, it's located, if you put your hands down straight on the side of your legs, right? It's either your fingertips or your knuckles. Depends a little bit on the person exactly where it's located, but it's in this general area, okay? You'll know when you hit it because if you hit one side, it's sympathetic to the other side. The other side will give too. It's one of those Charlie horse spots from when you're a kid. You hit one, the other side gives out. That's sort of what you're looking for. So as you're coming in, when this reaches in and we grab, we trap, I like to set myself so I can actually wind up and grab, and I want to strike in on the side of the leg. So I'd be coming way out on the edge here. I don't want to hit so much in the front, and a lot of times it's easy to stay positioned in that spot. But remember, when you guys apply this, go ahead and all I did, I stepped off at the same time as I applied. I moved to my 45 like always, if possible, apply the technique, and this puts me right into here, so when I strike, I'm going to hit that. If I get a nice strike on the T-band, that gallbladder 31, both legs are going to drop. I don't even need the rest of the moves. That's going to end it right there. They're going to hit the floor. They can't even chase because they have such a limp for a second or two that you can make a lot of distance and get away. Do a couple more, really work on aiming for that spot. I like this technique because it's quick and it's effective. It's not very hard to do. You're looking for a trap. Anytime those hands come up, there's your trap. Little twist. We're following with that knee strike. In our particular forms, we turn, but you don't even necessarily need that if that's what you want. If you can look into this, you can apply the knee strikes and everything else after that. Look for a quick grab, a takedown. Very effective, very real, very good self-defense. And that's a lot of what we're trying to strive for and find in our katas as we start to look through. Thanks for joining us.
If you want to try this technique at home, remember to use caution. You want to make the technique work, but you don't want to injure your friend. Gallbladder 31 is a wonderful pressure point to strike. It's on the side of the leg about halfway between the hip and the knee. You'll want to hit it at a slight angle toward the front of the attacker's body. Work with your partner to find it. You'll both know when you get there. It really hurts, but doesn't do much in the way of damage. We love getting your email. Send it to explorer@fullcirclemartialarts.org. For Martial Arts Explorer and Michael Kleinapir, I'm Scott Combs.